In the previous lesson, we had the first steps to create a new general ledger account. And of course, actually, we created the account just at the chart of account level. But now we want to continue the process, and actually, we want to create the company code section of the master record. And also, we will see what happens, for example, if we try to save and for example, we haven't completed the data for controlling. Because at the end of the day, remember this is just a primary cost account. So let's click here first, just edit, so we can create the company code section. We can enter all the data relevant for our company code. Actually, for that we need to scroll down. We have to look for the company code data. So as you can see right now, it's just empty. It's saying no data available, and we don't have not even one line here. But that's the point. We want to create a section of the master record. So for that, we have to come all the way to the right-hand side and click this plus sign. And a new screen will show up that will enable just all the fields that we can use to enter the data for this company code. And of course, the first thing is just to enter the ID of this new company code. And we will just type the one that we created in some of the previous lessons, the one that we have been setting this up from the start. As you can see, the system will look about the local currency for this company code, and it will propose that as the account currency. Right now, that is what we want. That is correct. So we can the euros. We can just keep that, and we can continue to the tax category. Let's use the match code. Then just click here, go, and we will select that. Well, for this account, we want only input text. So let's select only input text allowed. Perfect. And we will continue now with the sort key. This is a field depending on the value we select. For example, every time we have a posting, then the system could use the value of what we set up here to feed the data for the assignment field, for example. So I will use the match code. And we went 0008, which, as you can see, it means cost center. So whatever is the cost center that is being posted in that document is going to be the ID of that cost center will be copied to the assignment field. And now let's complete the field status group, which for this account it's YB03. It's just one field status group that we have here for some consumption accounts and expenses in general. So after we have finished, this is like the mandatory fields and the most important for the company code section. So after we have finished that, let's just click OK. And now we're back on the main screen of the creation of the master record. But let's see what happens if we try to save. And just a quick note here, if you have been using the system for a long time, probably you would just think right now, oh yes, the saving is successful because we have completed all the data relevant for the chart account section and for the company code section, so it should be valid. But let's see what happens if we try to save. As you can see, it's saying, okay, some errors have occurred, correct them. So first of all, where can we check the errors? We have at the bottom left this green pop-up message, kind of like a pop-up like in the comics. So we can just click in there, and as you can see here, it's just saying, okay, make an entry in the cost element category field. So again, of course, if you have been using the system for a long time, you know exactly that cost element category just refers to the object that we have always been using in controlling, which is called the cost element. But again, now the difference is that just with one app, with this Fiori app, we can create all the data. We can just set up all the data in the system. So that means the chart of account data, the company code data, but also if this has an impact in controlling, we can classify this accordingly. Actually, we have the line already here with the values. As you can see, the controlling area is defaulted as A000. That is just because the company code we created is assigned to that one, so that's fine. And about what actually what we're missing is the cost element category, which is also you can just imagine, or maybe you already know this, but it's just a way to classify our postings in and our master records in or for controlling purposes. So I will use the match code here. Click go, just to select the first option here, which is just primary costs, cost reducing revenues. So we want this new account to be for postings in CO with this value. So okay, after we have set this up, let's see what happens if we try to save again. So here at the bottom right corner, let's click save again. And well, as you can see, it's just saying account has been saved successfully. Yes, now everything is complete, everything is ready actually to use, and well, that is everything that we wanted to show with this new Fiori app. We can just quit the app now, and we're back in the Fiori Launchpad. So well, in the coming lessons, we'll just show some other important things about master records of our GL accounts, but we invite you then to keep learning with us. Thank you.